So today we're going to be making some vegan shoyu ramen, and shoyu in Japanese is soy sauce. So this is soy sauce based ramen. It's simple but very tasty, and this recipe is in partnership with Chili's for their lunchbox series. So this one is featuring their food pots, and I have here like this nice gradient colored food pot, and I just stored the ramen inside. It's very handy, keeps the food warm or cold without condensation or sweating, and it's also super cute and I love the colors. So we're gonna start off with some kombu and some dried shiitake mushrooms. So I had a few pieces here. So this is a dried kombu and I don't recommend you wash it. Don't wash your kombu because the white stuff actually adds to the umami. So we're just gonna cut this up into smaller pieces. So this allows to release some of the flavors. I just cut mine with some scissors, set this aside. We're gonna heat a pot here with some sesame oil, add some garlic. I added a bit too much garlic here, but I love lots of garlic, so I didn't mind. Just cook that down for a few minutes until it's slightly brown. And once the garlic is slightly brown, we are gonna go ahead and add in some vegetable broth or water. Allow this to simmer over medium heat and add in the soy sauce. Also gonna add in some sugar. And we're also gonna add in some sake or rice wine and just give it a good stir. And we're basically just gonna allow this to boil with the kombu and the dried mushrooms for them to allow to release all the umami, and just cover and leave to boil. So allow this to boil for a good 10 to 15 minutes. Just really cook down the mushrooms and give that a good taste. So you can taste the broth and feel free to season with some salt. Just give it like 2 pinches of salt here and give it another mix. And we're just gonna leave this to simmer on the side over low heat while we prepare the chashu mushrooms. So for the chashu mushrooms, I just cook this down in a pan and I used a mix of shiitake and oyster mushrooms. I just thinly sliced the fresh shiitake mushrooms. Just cook this down until the sugars start to like caramelize and coat the mushrooms. So for the mushrooms, just make sure you don't keep mixing it so it gets nice and lightly browned as you cook it. And once it's ready, we're just going to go ahead and remove it from the pan and set it aside. This is going to be the topping for our ramen bowls. So there are the chashu mushrooms. And afterwards, we're going to go back to the soup. So remove the kombu and the mushrooms from the soup. And you can slice this and use it for topping for your ramen later on. Or you can also thinly slice the kombu and make it into like a simmered kombu dish, side dish. I will link a recipe down below if you want to check that out. So here is the finished shoyu broth, and it's light but very tasty. We're gonna go ahead now and assemble the ramen bowl. And I have here some fresh ramen noodles that I just quickly blanched in some hot water. I added in some thinly sliced kombu and some of the chashu mushrooms, some scallions, and some sweet corn before I added in the hot broth. And basically that's it. So that is the finished bowl of shoyu ramen. And for the rest, I just had it for leftovers. And yep, you can also add in some roasted nori sheets here and some layu or Japanese chili oil for extra spice. So there is the finished bowl, and I hope you enjoy. You can check out the full recipe link down below, and thank you so much for watching.